Hey friends, this is your writing job for today. It is a writing in science. So every Wednesday, probably pretty much every Wednesday till the end of the year, we're going to kind of be taking our science and our writing and mushing it together. Like we should be starting to see all of the things that we learn kind of go together. We read in math, we write in math, we read in science, we write in science, all that good stuff. Phonics is sprinkled in there to be able to read and write these things. So today we are going to start this week doing a little bit of writing in science. So you might see some science videos from me in your writing that helps you out, especially our virtual friends who might not get that in our class on Wednesday, and you'll be able to listen to this video to help you know what to write about in your job. Okay, so this week we're talking about rocks again. Okay, I know I challenged my friends over the weekend to try to find some good rocks, and I know it was snowy on Sunday. Like right now, I'm taping it on Sunday. So I know that this week it was snowy. So hopefully you've been able to go find some rocks. Since it was pretty cold today when I was starting my video, I couldn't go outside to find it, but I had some in my house. And it's actually a rock that someone painted for me to make a ladybug, but I'm going to be using this side where I could see the rock part too. So it could be something that you have in your house too that is an actual, whoops, I almost dropped it, an actual rock. Okay. So outside or at your house, or maybe your teachers, if you're in person, has some rocks for you to borrow as well. So what you're going to do today is you're going to need that rock of yours, because in the red box, you're going to take a picture of your rock. And remember, if you forgot how to do those things, there is a slide down here on slide number 3 to remind you how to take pictures on Google Slides, but I know that you're all experts by now. And then in the green box today, you're going to write about your rock, okay? And I'm going to tell you what you're going to write about your rock in just a moment. In your science writing, it should be complete thoughts. That means it's full sentences, just like in writing when we do our fiction and fantasy writing books and we've done our nonfiction books, they're full, complete sentences. So starting today, when you write as a scientist, scientists write out full sentences most of the time. Now, every now and then I'm going to show you today how I can kind of jot some ideas first, but then I'm going to put it into full sentences so that it makes more sense. And then I also get to practice my writing at the same time. Okay, so this is the first slide where you're going to put it all in. And again, I will definitely take my picture here. Here it does tell you can type or take a picture of your writing. And I'm going to be doing my writing on my whiteboard, like my virtual friends do a lot of times, because once I have it here, then I can erase it, save some paper. Okay. All right. So on slide number 2, you have a slide that has some good kind of like charts that you would have in person. Okay, so I know my virtual friends, we have lots of teaching slides that have some help with you, and same thing if in person you have these on your slides, but you also have them in your room too. So these are kind of helping you remember the property words that you might use to describe something as a scientist. Okay, when I think of rocks, I might think of the size. Big, small, tiny, huge, ginormous. The shape, does it look like an oval? Is it more like a circle? Is it a square or rectangle shape more like? The mass, that means the weight. Is it light or is it heavy? The luster, shiny or not, dull, not, things like that. Color, of course, what color? Like, is it gray? Is it white? Okay. Maybe it's a fancy rock. I got some rocks from when I was little that were blue, purple. Okay. Texture, what does it feel like? Texture, remember, how does it feel? Okay. Bumpy, small, or soft, smooth. Okay. Hard. And when we say soft and hard, remember it would be soft if I could scrape it with like my fingernail, and it came off. If it was more hard when I scratch it, like right now, it's not soft, it's hard. Okay. And then you've got another one over here that has the actual words that might be able to help you with you as well. Okay. So those are here to help you, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to this slide, and I'm going to do my rock with you, and you can kind of do yours at the same time. So again, if I was doing my rock, I would need to take a good picture of it here. I'm not going to spend time showing you that right now, but when I'm looking at my rock, I'm going to, on my board, I'm going to try to think of 3 ways, 3 properties to explain them, and then to put them into full sentences. And I want to kind of use, sorry, I should stay on this slide, sorry. I kind of want to use one of each different ones. I don't want to say all of my 3 words to describe the size, because it's probably not really all of those sizes. So I want to kind of use different types on my properties right here. So I'm going to start with size. Okay, size, I would say that that's pretty like a medium-sized rock. Like, it's not teeny tiny, it's not big where I have to use 2 hands. So I'm going to, on my board, I'm going to write some words first to kind of help me almost plan. So I'm just kind of making a list for medium, okay? Then I'm looking at mine, and I'm gonna go over to the shape next. Okay, the shape of my rock is more like an oval shape. So I'm going to write oval on my plan. And then I could do any of the others, of course, for my third one. I could do one of each if I wanted to. But I did, when I was doing that test of the kind of scraping, nothing came off. So it's not really a soft rock. It's a hard rock. So I'm going to write hard as well. Okay. So I kind of just have those written down like that. Now, again, that's almost like a plan in writing. So I want to spend time now to make sure that I'm writing full sentences. So I can use that word medium and I can put it into a full sentence. My rock's size is medium. Okay, and then I would keep going. The shape of my rock is an oval. Okay, my rock is hard. So I can keep going. Okay, and of course I would need to put all of my sentences. And just like when I do a nonfiction writing, it doesn't need to be a list of sentences if you're doing it on a board or on paper, of course. It can be like a nonfiction writing. After that period, I'm going to keep going. So I've used medium on my plan up here. I'm going to use oval. My rock is oval shape. Okay, so then that way it's kind of end to end and it's a good nonfiction writing. Okay, so I know we've been doing poems where we've kind of do listing and planning and things like that. Remember, on science, it's going to be a nonfiction writing as a scientist. So I should be going end to end. I should be trying to remember where my sentences stop with a period and start with a capital. Okay, so today what I want you to do is I want you to write 3 or more sentences describing your rock. And one last time, on that first slide, you're doing a picture of your rock here. Just take a picture right there on your camera. And then you are taking a picture of your writing on the green, or you would actually type if you'd like to as well. Okay, can't wait to see these cool rocks. See you next time.